Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and another episode of Miniatures Monday. Okay, so yeah, this is just my model collection, but I wanted to show it to you guys for a reason. I've recently moved and all that stuff, and I've been stuff in and out of storage and things like that. I finally got a dedicated area set up for the storage of the unbuilt stuff. Obviously, I've had the build desk put together for a while because we've been doing some Miniatures Mondays projects on there with the model build and a lot of the Hot Wheels modifications and things like that. But I've gotten down to the point where I've kind of gotten all of my projects done, as far as anything big. Like, I think I've got one Matchbox I'm working on now for Miniatures Monday, and like some gaming things, but I don't have a model project going right now. I finished the AMX, that was the one that was up on the docket, and it's kind of time to choose the next thing to build. And I thought it would be kind of fun to try and engage you guys, because I get a lot of views, and I get quite a few actually, either emails or PMs or stuff like that from people, but not a whole lot of comments. And YouTube has been suggesting things on growing the channel, which has been fun, and one of their suggestions was do a video that lets viewers pick what to do next. And I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Maybe you guys can pick out which car model you want to see done next on Miniatures Monday. We did a 143rd, which is fairly small and easy and doesn't have an engine and things like that. Maybe you guys want to see something with an engine. So here's kind of your options. I've got, some Tamiya and Fujimi Mazdas and things like that, and I've got some, 510, 240Z, Porsche 914-6, some funny cars. I got a whole bunch of AMC stuff because I'm super into the AMCs, and yes, those are all those actual kits, and there is more behind them. Those are all options. I've got that stuff too, but those aren't cars, so I'm not going to let you guys pick that stuff. I'll build my own planes, unless you want a Plays with Planes channel. But yeah, I've got, some Ferraris, some F1 stuff, some GT40s, some Le Mans things, rally cars. I do have some muscle cars. Most of these are actually slated to be turned into Trans Am cars. You guys know my irrational love for SCCA Trans Am racing, so all of these are actually slated to be Trans Am cars. Yes, that's going to be the Grey Ghost. And these are actually parts cars to turn these into Trans Am cars. And then I got stuff to do the Cobra. Got a lot of Thunderbird Turbo Coupes because that was kind of my first car thing when my family was into AMCs and I couldn't afford any. And a buddy of mine got into TCs and got me way super into them. So I got a bunch of those to do projects with, and I got some other Fords and Mustangs and things like that. But that's what I've got for new cars. My bigger question to you guys, because I don't necessarily want, a bunch of comments on which car to choose, as much as do you want to see genre, these kits, the Fujimis, they don't have engines. It's like a bigger version of the 143rd. Lots of work on paint and body and interior and overall design, but no engine build. Where something this, there's an engine in there, and we can actually go over building an engine and a roll cage and things like that. It's super different of a model build. So kind of more of a style. Do you guys want to see something with an engine? Do you want to see something without? Do you want to see a race car? Do you want to see more of a street car? Do I have any street cars? More of a street car? Questions like that. But the other thing I want to pose to you guys is actually, do you have any interest in seeing a model restoration? Let me explain. This is a 1970 AMC Rebel machine model. This is done by a company called Johan, out of the Midwest. I can't remember if they were in Michigan or if they were in Wisconsin AMC was. But anyways, they did all of the promos, and promos are scale, plastic, model predecessors, basically, that were given away at dealerships to prospective buyers and kids and things like that, and they would change with every model year. Well, a lot of what they were done by the companies that did all the molding for the plastic interior pieces and whatnot. during the shift over change, when they would change from one model year to the next, they would get all the detailed drawings from the manufacturers, and they would use those to make the promos, and they would use the promos to make model kits. So a promo would look like this, but it would have either no chassis detail at all or very basic. Sometimes it would have like a pullback mechanism in it. But the hoods would be solid one piece, no engines. They would have interiors though. But basically it was like overall look, and they were kind of toy-like. When they turned them into models, they would install the engines and up-detail the chassis and all that stuff, and then you'd have opening hoods and things of that nature. So this Rebel machine is actually a full-on model kit. I picked it up in a lot with like 4 or 5 other built model kits. I sold those off and kept just this one because it's the only one I was interested in, obviously being a big AMC person, because this kit, new in the box, sells, not asks, sells for over $200 regularly on eBay. And I'm not going to do that because I know this kind of looks like a kit collection, but I'm going to build every single one of these. All of my kits are to be built. Most of my models are open already unless I bought them new. I buy kits that are missing pieces, and then I find the pieces because I want to build the kits. I don't care if the box is perfect. I don't care if the kit is perfect. I just want to build the stinking cars. So I've been wanting to build a Rebel machine forever to add to my AMC collection, and getting the opportunity to own one at an affordable price was too good to pass up. Now, why restore this car, you say? Like, it looks pretty good. Like, maybe some touch-up. It's got something going on there, and, you know, it should be good to go. I'm going to look real close here on the roof. You see how it bends down here in the middle? It actually had a reaction with the glue used on gluing the windows in when it was put together new, and that melted. It's not supposed to be that shape. If I turn it to this side and pull these wheels out, you can see it's got an arc that's convex instead of concave. In fact, you can see as I go over here, you see how it goes in, you see how it concaves. So I need to do some body work on this roof to fix it. Now, one option I have is I could body work the roof and then put a vinyl top on this car, but this isn't an AMC green color, and frankly, it's not a very appealing green color, as you guys can see in this light. It's kind of like olivey, and I don't know, it's just not very exciting. And it's an AMC Rebel machine. It's a really cool car. It deserves better than that, and it's in great shape. Like, look, this bumper is perfect. This bumper is perfect. The bottom is practically unpainted. Like, it's just amazing. It's got all the pieces. Everything is here. So what I did is I ordered some. These are actually the kit wheels and tires, which are cool, but they're not the correct AMC wheels. These are the AMC actual Rebel machine wheels. These are resin replicas. I ordered these. I want to put the car together factory, and then I got the decals for it too. So the Rebel machine you could get in real life in red, white, and blue. It was like white, and it had, I think, blue on the hood, and then a red, white, and blue stripe that went up here, and then like up over the trunk, and some other coloring down here. It was really cool looking. And I got the decals to do that, but I also, Rebel machines came in a solid color with a black hood, like just the center, that looks really cool. And I would love to do one in like a gold or a bittersweet or something like that, a factory AMC color with the blackout hood. I think would look really, really awesome. Or even they had a really light green called lime gold that was super cool. I'd love to do the car in that, and I can afford to do that because I got this kit too. This is also one that needs a restoration. It is a complete kit that was built back in the day, and I have all of the pieces for it. And the replacement decals and stuff, and I got a second set of wheels for this one. So this one can be red, white, and blue. This one doesn't need any body work. It just needs to be, well, except for that one little piece there on the grill. It just needs to be kind of like really cleaned up and then painted and put together. That's not that interesting. But this is a full-on restoration. What I would do is strip all the paint off of this and then do the body work and fix everything and paint it and build it like a normal car after that. And I've kind of gotten some questions about restoring models in the past because I've mentioned it on a couple of the videos. And I've actually written into a few magazines and been printed like with tips on how to do it. But I've never done like a how-to video on it. And there is like no YouTube content at all on restoring a model. So more my question is not specifically which model, but do you guys want to see a new model? And if so, like kind of what style? Do you want to see an engine build? Do you want to see paint and body? I've got a lowrider with working hydraulics. Do you want to see me do that? Or is there actually interest in doing a restoration? And if there is, please don't just shoot me a message direct. Like, actually throw a comment up there so I can get YouTube off my back. And let me know, like, because if there's actual desire for this, then I would love to take extra time doing this and show it on video, because I think it would be a really cool thing, because I love to restore models, because it gives me the opportunity to build something that's a really rare, $100, $200 model, and bring it to shows and share it with people and go, hey, look, like, this is what this car looks like. This is why it's so valuable, because it looks like the real stinking thing. Like, it looks amazing. And go from there and, like, really kind of show that whole thing off. So if that's something you'd like to see, please shoot me a comment below, and we can go from there, and we can do a video on rebuilding a car, or, we can do a new car. So just kind of let me know, and we'll do it from there. But that's it for this episode of Miniatures Mondays. I hope you enjoyed at least that trip down my model memory lane, and some tips and things about AMCs at least. And just shoot a comment below and let me know what you want to see.